More time has been granted for you to fight if you feel your value is wrong. But community leaders are still very clear this is not enough. They want a plan to overhaul this assessment.
There needs to be a current freeze of the valuation process right now because there are disparities based upon race and based upon geography in Kansas City. There still exists systemic racism and geographical disparities in the assessments which have been done.
Dr. Vernon Howard is talking about this map that KCTV5's investigative unit created with the help of a data expert. It shows how much of the county was granted a perfect 14.9% increase. And then people who live in the city were tagged much harder. This has really concerned community and political leaders who say they will continue to fight this assessment because it's clear some groups were hit much harder.
Ultimately, our goal is to stop this assessment plan. This assessment plan is not fair, it's unequal, and it's racist.
The assessor recently admitted this specific increase that 28% of homeowners got was because she ran out of time. She did think this was a fair value. Homeowners are hoping caps will be put into place. This is the plan that Preston Smith from Blue Springs has suggested. It is still under consideration, but it is unclear what will happen next. We will keep you posted. Angie Racono, KCTV5 News.
A record number of people are expected to appeal. Right now, the number is close to 30,000, but many expect that number will grow beyond 40,000 appeals.
Local lawns may get some much-needed rain this week, possibly starting as early as tonight. Storm Track 5 meteorologist Brett Anthony's here with your first forecast this evening. Brett?
Hi, Brett. Yeah, just as they were starting to crack a little bit, we'll get a lot of rainfall, and I think everything will turn up nice and green again. Beautiful blue skies over Kansas City, but looking far off to the north, over far northern Missouri, we can see the clouds associated with some showers that are crossing now out of Iowa here into northern Missouri. And these showers will likely continue on this path. They might get as far south as Chillicothe, but likely staying well off to the north and east of Kansas City tonight. That means a beautiful evening, a warm evening, but with an east-northeast wind, the humidity is not all that bad outside. 81 at Marshall to 80 at Odessa to 85 in Kansas City to 89 at Lawrence and 88 at Ottawa. Winds currently out of the east-northeast at about 5 to 10 miles an hour, funneling in some less humid air. It feels beautiful. It's going to be a gorgeous night for baseball. Temperatures falling back to about 70 by the ninth inning. Absolutely gorgeous. Not so gorgeous tomorrow, Thursday and Friday. We'll talk about why in the Storm Track 5 7-day forecast.
All right, thanks, Brett. People in Kansas City will get their first chance to check out technology from the proposed Hyperloop this September. Virgin Hyperloop is bringing its XP1 car to the American Royal Barbecue at the Kansas Speedway September 14th. The Hyperloop sends pods through a metal tube at speeds up to 200 miles per hour. A proposed route linking Kansas City and St. Louis is under consideration for the country's first Hyperloop. That project could cost up to $10 billion. Kansas City, Missouri police have released the names of two men killed in a double shooting earlier this week, or happened Sunday night. The victims are 31-year-old Monte Robertson and 27-year-old Stephen Parsons. The men were discovered near 21st and Monroe Sunday night. So far, there have been no arrests.
The Democratic presidential hopefuls are ready for round two. The first of two debates this week kicks off in Detroit tonight. Karen Kafa is there with the very latest on what to expect.
A lot of Democrats have been waiting for this. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren sharing the same debate stage, but those looking for some sort of dramatic showdown between the two progressives may be disappointed. The real sparks may fly from the outer edges of the stage.
Senators Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren have similar ideas and similar poll numbers, but don't expect a battle royale.
I just don't think that this Democratic primary is about attacking other Democrats.
The two top-tier progressives more likely to lean on areas where they agree, like Medicare for all and student loan forgiveness, to bolster their case that Donald Trump is best challenged from farther left. But the moderates, especially the long shots, want to be heard too.
We can go down the path of these very far left policies, turn off the middle of the country, and give the election to Donald Trump. Or we can run on common sense solutions.
The debate backdrop of Detroit highlights Rust Belt losses that dealt a fatal blow to Hillary Clinton's 2016 White House bid. Pete Buttigieg has been talking up his Midwest roots.
Our part of the country, I think, is where so much of the key to winning the presidency and moving the country forward lies.
Buttigieg may have to balance that geographic appeal tonight with fighting fire from Beto O'Rourke, who has seen his polling and fundraising numbers disappoint as Buttigieg has been on the rise.
I'm really thinking through how on a very crowded stage with really talented candidates, we can stand out.
Both vying to emerge as a younger party voice with 3 top contenders, 70 or over.
And in addition to Buttigieg and O'Rourke, Warren and Sanders and John Delaney, who you saw in the piece, tonight's lineup includes Tim Ryan, John Hickenlooper, Marianne Williamson, Amy Klobuchar, and making his Democratic debate debut, Montana Governor Steve Bullock, adding the voice of a Democratic governor from a red state to this mix. In Detroit, I'm Karen Kafa.
A state representative from Lee Summit has died from injuries she suffered in a crash 4 months ago. Representative Rebecca Rober was involved in an accident in central Missouri back in March. She was first elected to the legislature in 2014. Before that, she was a teacher in Raytown. Fellow lawmakers are paying tribute. State Senator Caleb Roden said Rebecca Rober was a principled fighter for the causes she believed in. She didn't hesitate to take on a challenge and was greatly respected for it by her colleagues.
A program that looks to cut down on crime by holding a renter responsible for bad behavior by them or their guests is growing. Grandview is just the latest city now joining the program, which says if your guest gets arrested, you could get kicked out. The Arbor Apartments is adding the program to their leases now. And under that program, police will notify landlords if a tenant is arrested on or off the property.
We're talking about any kind of drug infractions because drug activity usually leads to other criminal activity in the area. We're not looking at minor offenses like traffic violations or anything like that.
The KCPD, Independence, Overland Park, and Lenexa Police Departments have all been part of the program. They report significant drops in crime in housing areas that do participate.
Well, an injury sidelined a key player in the Chiefs' offense at training camp today.
Up next right here at 6, what happened to Tyreek Hill and when we'll find out more about how much time he'll miss. And memories of Max, remembering the special man who was the voice of the Jayhawks for decades and an ambassador for college basketball.
All right, let me show you this. New data just coming in here. These are showers and thunderstorms developing overnight. So how they impact Wednesday morning's commute and more rain on the way Thursday and Friday. How much we could see coming up in your Storm Track 5 7-day forecast.
You're watching KCTV 5 News at 6 p.m. Closed captioning by St. Luke's Mid-America Heart Institute, one of the top 15 heart transplant programs in the country. A digital world that's changing the way you work.
I think it's changing how we live.
Companies training like never before.
It's reinventing the wheel of what you can do with a game.
Inside the safety of a game. Thursday on KCTV 5 News at 10.
52 weekends every year. Make the most out of each one. 52 chances to indulge your curiosity. Binge on originality. Get a taste for the authentic. 52 weekends waiting for you. Plan yours at visitomaha.com.
Announcing the 7th annual McCarthy 2000. We're racing to sell 2,000 vehicles in 60 days. It's time to search, shop, and save at all 4 McCarthy Chevy locations. Get up to 27% off new Silverados. That's right, up to 27% off Silverados, including McCarthy's $2,000 trade and $1,000 down payment assistance. Plus, we'll make a donation to the Boys and Girls Club with every vehicle purchased.
Search any of the 4 McCarthy Chevy stores today or come see us.
Every time it rains, do you worry about those old leaky, saggy gutters? Then it's time to get LeafGuard, the only one-piece rainwater management system with a clog-free guarantee. End of the month, into the savings, $59 down, $59 a month. LeafGuard on your home, more affordable than ever. A $200 Visa gift card with purchase, $50 restaurant.com gift card with your free gutter inspection. Pick up the phone and call to get LeafGuard now. End of the month, into the savings, $59 down, $59 a month. LeafGuard on your home.
Are the color cartridges in your printer ready for another school year?
What's cyan mean?
It means cyan Mara honor roll. Shh.
The ink! Dad!
I'm so hosed.
Yeah, you are. The new Epson EcoTank printer. No more cartridges. It comes with an incredible amount of ink that can save you a lot of trips to the store. Get ready for the Dean's List.
Who's Dean?
The Epson EcoTank. Just fill and chill.
It's an all-access pass to Omaha. $300 in savings to top attractions. Get yours for free at visitomaha.com/savingspack.
KCTV 5 CityCam is sponsored by KB Complete Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical.
Tonight, Kansas fans and many in college basketball are remembering the man known as the voice of the Jayhawks.
Max Falkenstien died at 95. He broadcast Kansas basketball for 60 years. Our Danny Welniak is in Lawrence now with some of the memories that people are sharing about him.
A voice is a powerful thing.
The fans, you've just been fantastic. You've been so good to me all these many years.
Tributes pouring in for former KU broadcaster Max Falkenstien, who passed away on Monday. From national broadcasters like Jay Billis and Dick Vitale to coaches. John Calipari said Max was one of the first to take him under his wing. Bill Self said he will always be remembered as a treasure. But the roots of his impact run even deeper than that under Allen Fieldhouse. Fruitful as he passes his legacy from a past voice of the Jayhawks to the present.
I was a bag boy at Topeka Country Club when I was 16 years old, summer of 1996. And one day, coming up the 18 fairway, there were two golf carts that had Dean Smith, Roy Williams, and Max Falkenstien finishing up a round at TCC. 3 Hall of Famers in one group. And they came through and I cleaned their clubs. And as the story goes, Dean tipped me $2, Roy tipped me a 5 spot, and Max gave me the greatest career advice of my life. And after that conversation, I knew I wanted to be a broadcaster someday. Didn't know if I could be the voice of the Jayhawks, but I knew I wanted to be like Max somewhere.
With the greats of KU, Max Falkenstien.
Max is the only non-player to have a number hanging in the Allen Fieldhouse rafters.
It was controversial with some players at the time because Max didn't wear that jersey number. But when you think about how the number 60 stands out, it's never been done before, it'll never be done again. That type of longevity and excellence over 6 decades, I think it's fitting.
60 years as the voice of a college program, you're bound to have a little controversy. And it's that number that separates him from everyone else.
Go Hawks!
Max will always have a special place here inside the Booth Family Hall of Athletics, but more importantly, he will always have a special place in our hearts. In Lawrence, I'm Danny Welniak, KCTV 5 Sports.